today's live stream. Welcome, everyone. Let's get everyone here. All right. I'm David, your favorite teacher, and today we are going to have an amazing lesson. Okay. So check it out, everyone. It is live. Tell us where you are joining us from. Where are you from? All right, so let's do that, guys. And let's wait for everyone to get here before we start. All right, so it's very, very nice. Very nice to be here. And today, just to give you a little idea right here, I got the inspiration for today's lesson from a student, from a follower who sent me a message. Now, I'm not going to reveal the name, but this is just to let you know that if you want me to talk about something, then feel free to send me a message and request. All right, so feel free to to request, to ask if you want me to cover something. All right, so let's check. All right. We are live on Instagram, we are live on Facebook, and we are live on Vimeo with our... Welcome, Nico. How are you doing? How is everyone today? We are going to have a great class. So I'm very, very excited about today's lesson. And let's begin. Let's see who we have here. So today's lesson is about staying energized, motivated, and full of energy and full of life. So one of my followers sent me a message and said, "Hey, David, I've had some problems lately. They lost someone in their life, very important person, and life is hard." Right. And so my follower said, "Hey, can you give me some advice?" So this lesson goes out to, of course, to all of you, but also to that very special person who wrote me a message yesterday. All right. So if you are here, then you know me. You know me. I'm David, and we are going to learn English. Michelle is here. Michelle is here. Who else is here in the chat? Who else is joining us on Instagram? All right. Welcome to all of you. Let's stay motivated. Let's stay energized. And let's learn some English. So, of course, guys, you know me. If you are not part of the WhatsApp community, the free WhatsApp community, join today. That's where you get all the information. You get exclusive content that I don't share with the social media platforms. Right? You also get challenges, right? Games, right? You have a community. That's where I always send the updates. You can also vote on the lesson topics. So there I'll say, "Okay, guys, what do you want to do tomorrow? Do you want grammar? Do you want business? Do you want technology? What do you want to cover?" And you can vote. So when you're there, you can vote on the topics. You can vote on what we are going to do, right? It's a great community. I think we have people from like 20 different countries. We have a speaking club, Zoom lessons, and direct access to me. So that's where I post all of the updates. And if you're there, then you get a special link to join the chat that is on the main platform here. So I stream to 4 or 5 different platforms at the same time. So now I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Vimeo, I'm going to add more places, but I have the central chat, which is the main one that I interact with. So we have Michelle, we have Zex, we have Magdalena, right? We have Maria, Paola, Anfisa. We get two Barslan, Kadir, Jen Maron, all these nice people everywhere on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. So that is amazing. Join the community. Just send me a message and I will send you a link and you can join the WhatsApp community. So the secrets to staying energized and driven, right? So it's a motivation class. We're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about physical health, mental health, spiritual health. But of course, it's an English class. So you get the best. You get to learn English and you get to improve yourself, right? So nice. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Lil. Yes, Magdalena's joining from Poland. Okay, well, tell us where you're joining us from. Where are you joining us from? Okay, so that's amazing, guys. That is amazing. All right, guys, that is great. That is great. So it's going to be a great class. It's interactive. So I want you guys to whenever you hear an expression, try to use it, write it in the chat, because you want input and output. Repeat what you hear, repeat it if you can. Of course, if you're at work, you don't have to repeat it, but if you're at home, repeat the key expressions, because this will help you memorize it. This will help you internalize the lessons, right? The concepts from the lesson. Jair is here. Welcome. So repeat and also write in the chat, right? Write, use the vocabulary, use the expressions. All right. So first of all, let's look at this. Everyone goes on hard times, for hard times, or through hard times. So we have this person, right? And they're carrying they're pulling a very heavy rock. That's symbolic, right? You could say, they're going through. It's not easy. It's hard. It's difficult. So people tend to think, right, that life should be easy, that it's possible to live a life without any problems. Everything can be perfect all the time. Well, that's simply not true. Every single person from anywhere in the world, they go through hard times. Right? Life is not easy, guys. We think it's easy. We think, oh, it's easy for some people. Right? It's not. Everyone goes through hard times. Now, it's so the correct answer is through. Everyone goes through hard times. Right? And that's the first thing to understand. No matter who you are, where you're from, you'll have good times and bad times. You'll have hard times and easy times. And so, with that being said, you are not alone in your struggles, tackles, or shackles. Which one is correct here? Choose the correct vocabulary word. Right? So people have problems, right? People have issues. People go through difficult times, hard times. Are those struggles, tackles, or shackles? Hi, Common. Welcome. Right. Ooh, so Sisyphus stone. Well, yeah, it can be. It's symbolic, right? In mythology, we have this. We have a lot of stories throughout history that depict the hero's journey, the struggles, right? Carrying the cross, pushing the heavy rock up the mountain. The reason why this story is so compelling is because it's a real problem. It's a real issue, and a lot of people deal with this. Right now, I know what you're thinking. All right, it's like, well, nobody wants to talk about this stuff, right? Because social media is so positive. Everyone wants to be so positive, right? Nobody wants any negativity. Everything is good. Everything is awesome. I'm so happy. I don't have any problems. But you know what? That's fake. And actually, it is kind of toxic, right? To just be positive, positive, positive. There are difficult times. People do have struggles. Right? We need to be honest with ourselves and with everyone else. The thing is, people never share their struggles. People just say, oh no, I'm great. I'm great. Look at me. Look at my perfect life. Right? Now, some people do have great lives and I'm happy for them. That's amazing. Right? Some people, they are having a good time right now, but sooner or later, they'll have some hard times. Or maybe they had some hard times in the past and now they're enjoying the good times. So you're not alone, right? Sometimes it feels like we're alone. It feels like there's no one there for us. We're alone in the world, in our struggles, in our problems, but you're not alone. There are billions of people going through the same things that you are. All right, so life is like a blah, blah, blah. Let me give you a few options here. Option number 1, roller coaster. Number 2, carousel. Number 3, Ferris wheel. Which one is correct? All right, so if you're on social media, you don't see the options here. But if you're in the WhatsApp group on the Vimeo private chat, then you can see it. Then you can see it, and right, so life is like a what? Roller coaster, carousel, or Ferris wheel. So all of these are rides, right? They're rides. And right now it's summer season, so it is theme park season, which is a lot of fun, right? But this is a metaphor. It's symbolic, and I want you to think of this, right? It's You have ups, you have downs, you have good times, you have bad times. You have moments where you're rich and you're swimming in cash, and you have moments where you're struggling, right? And that's the nature of life. When we understand that, then life becomes a little bit easier because we understand the nature. Right, so it is a roller coaster. Very good, guys. Roller coaster. All right. Very good, Maria. Maria 88 gets a point. Right, you get a point. Awesome. So we have a lot. Osminski is here. David Market. Vendula. Welcome to all our friends who are joining us. And so, popular conventional media says, hey, life is a cruise ship. It's a holiday. It's just a big, everything should be perfect every single second. But life is a is not a cruise ship like a vacation, fun ship, or it can be at times, but it's also a battleship. It's a battleship. We have we came here to, well, not to fight in the aggressive sense, but we came here, you know, it's like a test, it's a series of tests, right? With a series of challenges, of problems that we need to face. So the big lie is that life should be perfect. There should be, uh, you know, no issues. There should be perfection. But life is not perfect, guys. All right. Life is not perfect. So let's see what the comments say. So on Vimeo, Magdalena says, I'm at work. And you try to do your best all the time. That's good. That's a great mindset to have. Give your best. Right? Do your best. Give, right? I love that, right? Because it's about giving. Right? So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Okay, any other comments here? Feel free. Don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy. Make sure it's supposed to be a conversation. It's supposed to be interactive. Right? So bad times do not spend forever, make forever, or last forever. Now, sometimes it feels like they do. So we talked about roller coasters, ups and downs, ups and downs. When you're up, right, it's not going to last forever. You will come down. And when you're down, you're not going to stay down forever. Right? So bad times do not spend, make, or last forever. All right. So Maria likes Sisyphus. Right. So that we talked about Sisyphus. And if you guys are interested, what this is, well, I'm going to tell you. Right? I'm going to tell you because I'm going to. It is a Greek story, so it's part of Greek mythology, right? And he was a king, basically, and he was punished, I think, by the king or by Zeus or by one of the Greek gods. He was punished, and his punishment was to continually, right? Basically, he needed to push a big rock, a big boulder, up a hill, and every time it went up, it rolled back. So he had to push it back up, and it always rolled back. That is the myth, right, of Sisyphus, right? And that basically for eternity, all his hard work would roll back. He would lose. He would work so hard to push the rock up the hill, and then it would roll back down. Remember, a lot of these stories they teach us. So here, if you want people want some visuals. So I'm going to give you some visuals, guys. So what is this? Well, there we go. Here you go, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Right. So all of these are depictions of this Greek myth. Right? That is, it's a real situation. People love these myths because they're universal, right? So good times don't last forever. That's true, Lil. That's true. Bad times don't last forever, and good times don't last forever. So it's C, last. Right? 50% of you got it right. 50% of you got it wrong. Don't worry. Keep playing. Keep earning your points. Right? So remember, see it like a game. See it like a game. Life is a game, right? Just play the game. Right? So bad times don't last forever. You need to get through the hard times. I need to celebrate the good times, of course. Celebrate those good times. But when you're going up, and then prepare yourself, because when you're in good time, you think, oh, it's life is going to be perfect forever. I'm going to have perfect health forever. I'm going to be rich forever. I'm going to be strong forever. I'm going to be healthy forever. I'm going to be loved forever. Right? And now people say, well, I, it's not, nobody in all of history has been able to do that, but I will be able to do it. Right? That's what people think. Right? That's what people think, they're special. And everyone is special, but we need to be realistic, guys. We need to be realistic, and we need to understand that the nature of life. We need to understand the nature of life, and good times and bad times. So good times will always get back, return back, or come back. So basically, when you're going through those hard times, when have hope. That's why hope is so important, right? Because in your mind, you just keep repeating yourself. Good times will always get back, return back, or come back. Okay, vote. Let's see, get your points right here. Let's see who's doing well. Right? Who's got 100 points? Who's got everything right? All right. So, who's got everything right here? So, good times will always get back, return back, or come back. Right? So, it is bad times don't last forever. Right? The roller coaster. Remember, we talked about the roller coaster. Good times and bad times. So, bad times don't last forever, and good times will always. Okay, vote 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Get back, return back, or come back. Okay, while you vote, let's check on YouTube. We're doing well. Okay, that's great. YouTube is doing well, and Facebook is doing well. Yes, they're doing well as well. Everything is moving. Everything is smooth everywhere. And on Instagram, we got okay, nice. We got Lenny is here, Juan, Budor, a lot of good people on all social media platforms. So the correct answer is good times will always come back. So get back. It's understandable, but it's not right. Things don't get back, they come back. Good times will always come back. Right? So Lil says, I know for sure that good times will come back. Of course they do. They always do. Good times always come back. Right? And if you're going through a hard time, just remember that. Just, say good times will come back. This is not the end of the world. Right? It feels like it, but it's not the end of the world. Things will get better. Things will get better. It's just a roller coaster. Right? And so, right, next one. 2, stay motivated or to keep motivated, we need to take care of our body, mind, and soul. So look at this picture, guys. Look at this picture. We have these 3 rocks. Now, I like the, this structure, right? Or you also see the pyramid, right? So, although the order here, I don't like the order. Here it puts mind at the bottom, body in the middle, and spirit at the top. I like, body, mind, spirit. So the spirit or the soul, that's at the top. That's the most important, right? So, I'll explain that. So right now, just vote on the correct word: to stay motivated or to keep motivated. Oh, and a pendulum. That's another one, Maria. That is a good analogy. right? So it just goes back and forth. So kind of like a roller coaster, up and down. A pendulum also goes, the pendulum swings. It swings from one side to the other, like an old clock, right? So the pendulum swings. So life is like a pendulum as well, right? Just good and bad, happy, sad, motivated, unmotivated, energized, lazy. And when we understand this, life becomes easier, right? Because we don't believe this lie that we have to be positive all the time, guys. Let's be positive. Everything needs to be perfect. If something is not perfect, you're the problem. That's cancerous. That's a cancer. All right. So, okay. So the poll wasn't working. Okay. That is too bad. That is too bad. Oh, okay. I see. Well, let's see. That was the previous one. Sorry. So this is a poll. Okay, guys, vote. Make sure you get your points, guys. All right. Sorry about that. I thought you were able to vote, but now you can. A or B. Choose wisely, guys. Choose wisely. All right, fantastic. It's working now. It's working. So perfect. All right. So we do have these three things, and I'm going to give you 5 seconds to finish voting. Right. Choose one. All right. We need a. All right. So 50% and 50%. Oh no. Okay. Well. So this one, actually, both of them are technically no correct. They mean pretty much the same thing. But I think, just as a native speaker, staying motivated sounds more natural, right? But they're both correct. To keep like doing something, right? You continue doing it. To stay, right, also means, to continue doing something. So but stay motivated, that's a better collocation, meaning that's a better, it sounds more natural. People sometimes say, keep up the good work, right? It means continue working well, keep up the good work. But motivation, we say how to stay motivated, right? How to stay energized, how to stay driven. All right, so here we have these three elements that we need to consider when we talk about this. So we have the body, which is the physical side. Now, the problem is that people just say, okay, well, that's it, right? Just exercise, just, eat fruits and vegetables, and that's it. Your life will be perfect. That's not totally, it's true, but it's not complete. It's not completely true. You need other elements too. So you have the, you have the body, right? The physical. Then you have the mental, right? The mind. And that includes, the intellectual, the psychological, even the social, the emotional. All those are part. I mean, some of them are physical. Some people say emotions are physical, right? So there is a little bit of gray area. It's not complete. Some things, emotions, right, can be physical, but also mental. And so, and then on top of that, at the top of the pyramid is the spiritual. So we're going to go through each level. We're going to start with the physical, then we're going to go to the mental, and we're going to finish with the spiritual, right? Because we need to address this issue about staying energized and driven, high energy, happy, right? Full of life. We need to see it holistically. What does that mean? As a whole, right? We can't just say, oh, just worry about the physical. That's it. Don't worry about your mental. Don't worry about the spiritual, right? So we need to analyze this. Mm. You could say that, Lil. Keep the motivation. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Right. Keep your motivation. How to keep your motivation. Yeah, I like that. That's very nice. 5 points. Right. So yes, it's right. It's right, Zex. Keep is it's okay, but stay motivated. Like I wouldn't say honestly, I wouldn't say how to keep motivated. I wouldn't say that. Right. Let's keep motivated. No, I wouldn't say that. Now, and some people might say, well, stay and keep are interchangeable. In some ways, they are. But just memorize the best option, right? Stay motivated. That's it. All right. So Maria likes to stay motivated. She stays motivated, but you'll always be a beginner. Well, you're not always going to be a beginner. I know that's what you say, but that's not true, right? You move on, right? You say you're the eternal beginner. You're not, right? If you work on your English, you will get better, right? So that's not true. That's a lie. That's a lie. But don't worry, I'm just joking, right? You are, you know, and don't put yourself down either, right? Don't put yourself down. A lot of people are they're too strict with themselves. Now, it's good to be disciplined and it's good to be strict and it's good to say no, but when you're too hard on yourself, then you need to also be compassionate towards yourself. Right? That's very important. All right, so the three elements. So first let's talk about the physical, right? It's the easy one. That's the easiest. Right? So do we say eat healthily? Sleep well? Do we say eat healthy and eat good? Or do we say eat oh yeah, okay, so this one healthily and good. Eat good. All right, so A, B, or C, guys. All right. So I know it's two of them are exactly the same, so never mind, but choose the correct option. All right, choose the correct option. Let's see. Mhm. All right. This is confusing, guys. This is confusing for a lot of people. All right. So, if you are watching, say hello, introduce yourself, and also join the WhatsApp group. Drop me a message and tell me that you want to join the free WhatsApp community where you get this type of content every day. It's exclusive, right? You get to vote on the lessons. You get to participate in the challenges. It's a great opportunity, guys. If you are watching this on social media, if you're watching this anywhere. All right, guys. So that's good. That's good. So it's eat healthily. Now, I know what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people say, well, that's healthily. I just hear eat healthy. Well, technically, guys, here we need to look at the differences between adjectives and adverbs. Now, here is your master class, but compressed in 30 seconds. An adjective describes things, right? So, good pizza, right? Pizza is a thing. Good describes pizza. So, good is an adjective. Then we have the adverb. Adverb describes verbs, or it can also describe other adjectives, but an adverb describes a verb. So you say, I eat well. You don't say good. No, good is pizza. It describes a thing. Eat is a verb. It's an action. So you don't say I eat good because good describes things. And eating is not a thing, it's an action. It's a verb. So eat well. So here it says eat healthily because healthy is an adjective. Healthy food, healthy snacks, healthy lifestyle. Snacks are things, food are objects. It's a thing. So healthy is an adjective, but eat healthily, eating is a verb. It's an action. So you use the adverb, which is healthily. Eat healthily. I know it sounds weird for some people, but it's correct. And then sleep. Sleep is an action, so it's not good, but it's well. I sleep well. Right? You say I should. You could say I need to get good sleep. But their sleep it's the same word, but it's used as a noun. So I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to get some good sleep. So don't confuse the two, adjectives and adverbs. Eat healthily, sleep well, and move your body every day. Right? So that's basic, right? I know it's basic. I know it is, right? But it makes a huge difference. Right? Drink a lot of water. Now, allow things that hurt your body or avoid things that hurt your body. Right? Which one is right? So we have alcohol, junk food, cigarettes. Now I know what you guys are saying. You're saying, hey, well, mm, maybe one drink at the end of the day, right? Maybe a cold beer in summer, right? A little bit of champagne. Now, is it going to kill you? No, right? So maybe it is about limiting or consuming them in moderation. All right, but as a whole, it is a drug, right? Alcohol is a drug. Cigarettes are, nicotine is a drug. And so, that's the question. I'm not your doctor, so I'm not here to give you medical advice. I'm here, right, just to share just a common wisdom, right? So what do you think, guys? What do you think? Should we avoid, you know, alcohol and nicotine and all these things, or should we consume them in moderation? So the correct answer is avoid. Very good, guys. 100% got it right. Right. So let's get a poll. Let's get a question. Right. Should we avoid, alcohol and junk food completely? Yes or no? All right. So let's see what people, or do you think, a little bit is okay? Right. A little bit is okay. Right, a little, a burger every once in a while, some fast food here and there, a nice Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, once in a blue moon, right? A cold one, drink a cold one. What do you think? Should we avoid it completely or not? Now, there are different philosophies here. Some people say, well, you gotta be 90%, 90% healthy, and then the 10% you can eat a little bit of junk food, right? You can do something bad every once in a while, and it'll make you stronger, right? Or it's not going to hurt you too much. So in the chat, I say, Lil, we should, but we couldn't. We should, but we can't. Maybe. Zek says we should be moderate. Magdalena says, no, we shouldn't. Okay, good, good. Well, should we? Let's see what the poll says. We have 75% of the poll respondents said, no, we shouldn't avoid it completely. 25% said yes. Now, I think it just kind of depends on your personality, right? Because some people do have the discipline to say, I'm I'm not going to do it, or they had the discipline to be moderate. Actually, you need more discipline to be moderate than to be, extreme, right? Because let's say you want to have a cold one. It's summer, you want to have a cold one, a cold drink. And having just one is difficult, right? Because you have one and then you want another one and then another one until you've had a handful. And right, so having just one cold one is harder than not having any. Right? So if you can be disciplined enough to be moderate, most people aren't. Right? Most people overdo it. Then great, right? But you don't have to be perfect. That's the other thing, right? You don't have to be perfect, right? Just do the best that you can. So Maria says, okay, a glass of wine, right? A day, right? With dinner, right? Magdalena says the same, right? So it's good. It is good, guys. All right. So what do you think? Drop me a comment. Right? If you're watching on Instagram, if you're watching somewhere else, let me know what you think. Your opinion is very important. Now let's move on to the brain. So our brain is also, we also need to give food to our brain, right? The books that we read, the content that we consume, right? The thoughts that we entertain, that is, so do we say feed your brain or food your brain with good ideas and positive thoughts? Right, so our brain also needs to receive, right, nutrients. Right, we're not just, and right now we're moving from the physical, which is healthy food, to the, you know, um, to the mental, right, which is also kind of physical. The mind is physical, and a lot of the modern science shows that thoughts, do have a physical component, right? So, right. So Lil says it's difficult to avoid ice cream. Well then, don't avoid it. Right? Maybe choose a better ice cream, an ice cream that has yogurt, or make your own ice cream with natural strawberries. Right? Natural strawberries, natural forest berries, blueberries, blackberries. Why not? Natural Greek yogurt, right? Organic cacao, right? You can do it. It takes a little bit more work. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive, but maybe it is possible, guys. So it is to feed. So this idea right here about feeding your brain, that every thought that you have, every idea that you have, every opinion you hear, every person you speak to, every video you watch has an effect. It's like food for your brain, for your body, for your soul, even. So think about it like that. What sort of ideas, what sort of thoughts are you feeding yourself with? right? What are you putting inside of your brain? It's a very, very, very compelling idea here. Very compelling, right? Because you have people, they have a perfect diet, lots of fruit, lots of vegetables. They're super healthy. They exercise an hour every day. They sleep 8 hours a night. But you see them and they're just, you know, doom scrolling. Look at all these bad news, all this negativity online, all these news, all this propaganda, all this terrible stuff, guys. Now, are they happy? Well, I mean, maybe they are. I hope they are. But they're feeding their brain a lot of negative stuff. And you see, you can have a great diet, but if your mental diet isn't up to par, then what good? What good is your perfect, physical diet, right? All right, good, good, good. Right, yeah. These lessons are very positive, right? This is good. It's different. It's different from the other content, right? It's positive. Look at the chat. There's no negative people in the chat. That's probably the only place on the internet where there's no negativity. Everywhere else, it's it's a cancer. Negative, all this, so much hate, this criticism, all this. It's terrible, guys. It's terrible, right? We need to be stronger. We need to be stronger, and we need to feed our brains with good ideas and positive thoughts, right? That's the key, guys. That is the key. Next slide. Be careful with social media, right? Be careful. Now, I love social media. I depend on social media. I work with social media. I create content every single day for social media. I probably have 24 or 26 by now different social media accounts. Right? If you know me, you probably don't know all of my accounts. You probably know one or two, but I have 20 something accounts in different areas on different platforms. So I love social media. I work on social media. But if you look at what it does, well, it often spreads negativity or shakes negativity, right? And this is just our attention. For some reason, human beings, right? Our attention goes, we have this negativity bias. I don't know, where that comes from really, but it's true, right? We're attracted to the 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 doom and gloom of the world, right? All of this negativity. We want to see what's going on. What's going on? What problems do people have? But so our attention goes to that. So of course, since it's an attention economy, right? Social media, that's attention economy, right? So then the algorithms push all of this negative content, all the negativity, and of course that feeds your brain. So you're consuming it. It's like eating. It's like consuming, you know, this toxic food for your mind. Right? So we're talking about staying energized, staying motivated, being at a high level. Well, spending hours listening and reading about all the terrible things in the world, well, what does that do to you? What does that do to us? And I'm not perfect. Trust me. Sometimes I hear something like, whoa, what's going on in the world? I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get shadow banned right here. But there's a lot of bad things going on. A lot of bad things going on in the world. But there's a lot of good things going on in the world. Right? A lot of amazing things. If you just look around you, go outside and talk to your neighbors, right? Call your friends. Just go to the nearest park and look at, the children playing, right? The couples, enjoying their relationship, right? The love that families have for each other, parents playing with their kids, right? People, exercising, having fun, playing basketball, playing soccer, right? It's amazing, right? There's a lot of good things in the world, right? So here, right? Negativity spreads, right? Social media sometimes spreads negativity. And it's not because social media is bad, it's just because humans, we're interested in that. We have this fascination with catastrophes, right? We like to do it. It gives us, a little bit of excitement. I don't know, some adrenaline, right? This is important. The people. So talk to people who support you and lift you up, get you up, or hit you up, right? Which verb is the good one here? So if you're on Vimeo, if you're in part of the community, right? Then you can vote and you can earn points. If you're not part of the community, join the community where you can get the full version. So it's the full experience with the chat, with the polls, right? And you get to vote on these lessons. You get to choose the next lesson. So definitely join that wherever you are. And let's see, guys, right? So talk to people who support you, right? People who love you, people who appreciate you, and people who accept you. That's important. Just ask yourself, right? Who do the people around me, do they criticize me? Do they want to bring me down? Or do they want to lift me up? Lift, guys, right? Exactly, the sensational. People are attracted to the sensational. No, that's true. So this is why all of these headlines go viral, right? Because people, it's human nature, right? But keep it in check. I'm not telling you don't read the news if you like to be informed or informed. Who knows if you're really informed? But you know, that's but see what's going on, but then go for a walk. Call your friends, right? Focus on the good things, right? And talk to people. Find people who support you, right? People who will lift you up, right? We have the ability to lift each other up, right? My students lift me up. I lift them up. It's a win-win, right? My community, it's a very positive community. Have we have a lot of on different platforms. I have people, and they appreciate what I do, and I give them something, and they give me a lot of things back. So it's amazing, right? So work on a project, work in a project, or work for a project that excites you, right? Find a project that excites you, right? That motivates you, something that you love to do, right? Something that gives you meaning. So here you have this picture of a scientist, right? So if you're a scientist, right, it could be a personal project, right? That something that you you have a talent for, an interest for, something that excites you. That's important. That's very, very important, right? That gives meaning, something that goes beyond yourself, right? That you want, and you work on a project. This is the next thing. It's a project that serves others, right? So you want to work on a project, work on something. It can be a YouTube channel, it can be a blog, it can be something personal, it can be a book, right? Write a book, right? But the idea here is to get out of yourself. Right? So this is a mental, not to be when we're suffering, when we're going through hard times, when we're in pain, we're depressed, we're sad. The tendency is to close yourself off, to shut yourself off from the world. That's the tendency, right? Because, everyone's so positive and nobody wants to see everyone so happy and so rich and so healthy, and I'm going through a hard time. So then we just go into our little room, close ourselves off. That's when we work on something, it's a gift to the world. So we get to channel the energy, right? The sadness, the anger, whatever we're going through, the pain, and we transmute the pain. We transform it into something powerful that we can offer others, that we can give to the world. Work of art. If you love art and you feel sad, paint something, right? You can channel your pain into the art, and then it's out of you and it becomes a gift to others, right? Next one right here. Okay, so taking from others or giving to others helps you feel better and more connected, right? So which one is this? What makes you feel more connected? Taking from others or giving to others, right? What helps you make you, we are social beings, guys, right? I know, right? Some people are antisocial, some people, and maybe we're not, all of us are social, but are human beings as a whole, we are social beings. We like to connect. We like communities. We like talking to others, right? So giving to others, right? Give. We live in a culture that's all about taking, 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 but give, right? Giving to others, giving to the people that you care about, to your friends, to your family, or just to the world at large, right? Helps you feel more connected. Right now, I'm giving, this content out to the world, to whoever wants to listen. Maybe nobody's listening, but it doesn't matter. I'm still giving, right? Spiritually, now this is the most important, right? And I left it till the end for a reason. Spiritually, I find strength or strong in faith. That's what is faith? Well, it's in believing in a higher power, believing in God, right? So I'm Christian, I'm Roman Catholic, and this is spiritually, right? So and I'm just sharing my opinion and my way of doing it. So I become strong, or I find strength in God. Right? God gives me the strength. Now I know we live in a secular society where people say, no, 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 you have the power, you have infinite power. But the secret is that there is someone more powerful than you, right? And I find strength in God, right? So all the hard times, I ask God to give me the strength, right? I know that I'm not strong enough to do it all by myself. So then the supernatural element comes in, which is faith, right? Yeah, people believe in themselves. People don't believe in God. I believe in God and I receive strength from God. As a Christian, I believe that Jesus Christ helps us carry our pain and gives us strength through the Holy Spirit. Again, it is the supernatural element. It is the fact that, sometimes or many times or all the time, in my case, I believe that I am not strong enough to carry everything. All right, that I am not smart enough. I am not that I'm weak, right? So I need divine help. So I ask God to give me the strength, to give me the inspiration, to give me the power to be the best that I can, right? And also the love, right? So I love God and God loves me back. And when I receive the divine God, the divine love in the form of the Holy Spirit, then I can do the impossible, right? But that's my experience. I'm just sharing my my experience as a Christian, right? And I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe that He has the supernatural power to to help me carry the pain and to give me the strength to move forward, right? So good, 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 good. All right. And you can disagree. It's okay to disagree, guys, right? It's okay to disagree. Different people have different opinions, right? I'm sharing my opinion, right? And you can share your opinion, right? And that's good. It's good that we live in a world where there are different opinions. Okay? So, join today for exclusive content in the WhatsApp community, right? We have weekly challenges, we have community, we have a speaking club, we have Zoom lessons, you have direct access to me. You can ask me questions directly, you can speak to me. That is all in the WhatsApp community. So you can join the WhatsApp community today and connect with me. Okay, so it was very nice seeing you guys. Very happy to see you. Always take care of yourself, right? Stay motivated, stay energized, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, take care. And as always, guys, bye bye.